What is good, Josh on the Smooth Game Man, back with yet another reaction video, baby. And today we are back with another death battle. And today we got Kratos versus Asura, God of War versus Asura's death. And I feel like this is a perfect time to go into read this. Not only is it brand new, but they also talking about the next God of War, and it's apparently supposed to be around Egyptian mythology. So if you guys want to see a walkthrough on that game, head over to the gaming channel, Smooth Game. Show love to this video. Let me know down below in the comment section, but head over to that channel and show some love on the video. Just comment on any video. Just be like, we want the new God of War. We want the new God of War. Spam that on the other channel, and I will definitely bring a walkthrough of that over to the gaming channel. You know, while you guys are over there, check out some of the content too, as well as like, comment, and subscribe on this video if you guys enjoy this one or my reaction to it. Link to the original video will be down below in the description. Let's go to get straight to it. Y'all already know who I'm about to roll with. I'm going Kratos all day. So sorry, Asura, but I'm going with Kratos. Let me know who you guys are rocking with down below. Of course, we're going to watch the skills and stuff like that, all the background stuff. You guys can go to the original video for. We'll cut that out, and then we'll get straight into the fight. Let's get it. That was tough.
Kratos versus Asura.
The Ghost of Sparta versus the Wrathful Destructor. Cause sometimes you just want to punch a god in the face. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Let's get it.
Ares, destroy these guys who are kicking my ass, and my life is yours. A deal was made, and Kratos was joined at the bone with the Blades of Chaos, a set of chain swords, and basically a badass whirlwind of flaming steel.
But Ares had a scheme. While doing work for his god, Kratos accidentally murdered his own family, permanently marked by the ashes of his wife and daughter. He was, forevermore, the Ghost of Sparta.
So he was kinda understandably really pissed off. Time for a new God of War. The gods were crapping their togas in fear as the new God of War took out his rage on all of them. And got some new gear out of it too.
With Poseidon's trident and Icarus's wings, Kratos dominated both sea and sky. He also has a tendency to carry powerful severed heads, like Medusa's.
And the claws of Hades could steal souls, even the soul of Hades himself. Should have thought that one through, man.
Neither Perseus or Hercules were a match for Kratos, nor was Helios, the sun god capable of moving stars and spreading light across the entire underworld.
He fought Atlas, the titan of strength, who broke the load-bearing pillar of the universe. So Kratos forced him to hold up the cosmos on his own instead.
And he could do it with just one hand, according to the novelization.
Even his grandpappy Kronos failed to stop him. You know, the guy who overthrew the primordial that punched the universe into existence?
Causing shockwaves that moved over a quadrillion times faster than light. A frankly incomprehensible feat.
Then there's Daddy Zeus,
who proved a serious challenge, until Kratos drew perhaps his ultimate weapon, the Blade of Olympus.
It can make tornadoes, lightning, force fields. Oh, and it can stab the hell out of you. It siphons godly energy and can pull enough to even kill Zeus. Like father, like son.
Even while Kratos ultimately released hope across the Greek world, he could only do so after annihilating everything.
Like a badass, he was unstoppable, non-stop killing and sex and even more killing. And yet, he couldn't be any more depressed.
His wife and daughter were still gone. What was he to do?
He didn't know. He wandered aimlessly for years, somehow stumbling into Norse mythology where he met Faye, his second wife. Good start, buddy.
Kratos had a new lease on life, but he could not escape his past mistakes.
There's a reason he hid his swords in a dingy basement. Even so, Faye insisted he could do better. So he became a dad to a new boy.
Easily the toughest task he ever undertook, especially after Faye unfortunately died of a mysterious illness.
Damn it, not again! But hey, it wasn't Kratos' fault this time, and Faye left the tools he'd need to keep the boy safe, including the Leviathan Axe.
Far from the whirling rage of the Blades of Chaos, the Leviathan Axe was deliberate and mighty, said to rival Mjolnir itself.
Thor wishes Mjolnir was as cool as this axe. It's imbued with ice magic and a poison even the gods fear. It can be summoned to Kratos' hand from a distance, and it even shatters souls.
Kratos may have once been a sword of vengeance, but with his new weapons and a new purpose, he stood as a shield against the godly Aesir.
Too bad he just can't help but get in trouble with gods. But now he knew how to control his anger.
Which is even more important than it sounds. Kratos' Spartan rage summons an inner strength with magical properties.
He can even get so pissed off that he straight up heals himself. That seems like the opposite of what should happen.
Not all anger is problematic, and Kratos wields plenty of new weapons and relics to channel his rage through.
Like the Dropnir ring, which can summon a bunch of wind spears. They can absorb all types of energy and blast it back. He even has relics and magic that can warp space and slow down time.
Naturally, he contested with the strongest of the Norse gods, including the god of thunder Thor, who was powerful enough to fight the fire giant Surtur and the world serpent Jormungandr at the same time.
Oh, and that fire giant would be the cause of actual Ragnarok. You can't defeat me, Thor. I know, but he can.
Well, not exactly. Freyr, the rain god, held off Ragnarok for a considerable time on his own, and the sheer power of Ragnarok shook Yggdrasil down to its very roots.
That's the World Tree, which is like a literal tree that connects the whole universe.
According to Freya, the tree's very existence supports all of creation among its boughs. Every strand transcending time, transcending space. Everything comes back to the tree.
So it's kind of like Kratos lives in a really, really, really big treehouse.
In his quest to free the Norse world, Kratos reclaimed old weapons by reckoning with his past sins, even taking up the Blade of Olympus once again.
Even better, he actually got to be a decent dad. And now the boy is a man and also a bear.
Kratos made a lifetime of mistakes, but this future would be different. He'd be more than he was in the past, not just a god of war, but a leader, a father, and a defender, a god of hope.
Okay.
True to his nature, Asura was literally too angry to die. So long as a single part of his body remains and can possess mantra, he can climb back out of Naraka, a sort of limbo underworld between life and death. Thanks to some coaxing from a strange golden spider, he did just that, with an all-new purpose in mind.
Make the gods pay! Oh yeah, they're calling themselves gods now. Turns out they're all assholes who started sacrificing thousands of innocent people to try to power up. Wow. So Asura got really, really, really pissed off.
And through his rage, Asura's power exploded, rising enough to throw giants like ragdolls, shatter whole moons, and destroy a fellow deity, Wyzen,
who could dwarf the planet and wreck it with just a finger. Look at this!
Asura is so powerful, his soul cannot be manipulated by the Goma or the deities. He can propel himself with mantra to fly, harden his fists to break steel, fire explosive energy blasts,
and headbutt you so hard you wish you could die even faster. The dude literally stockpiles anger into a burst of energy that can one-shot even the toughest of foes. And when he goes unlimited mode, he can rapid-fire those super attacks without overheating.
Asura's vengeance quest wasn't all shouting and explosions, though. I mean, it was a lot of that, but he also tried to protect people from the gods, including a girl who very much reminded him of his own daughter.
Yeah, Asura's the kind of guy who wants to be a great dad, but all he knows how to do is punch anything that upsets his kid, like that one dad that knocks out a ref at a Little League game.
And then
what show was that? Come on, man, just got backhanded all the way across. How did his nose not stab him?
Killed that girl too, along with her whole village, sparking Asura to unleash his berserker aura.
You know how the gods were sacrificing thousands of people to power up? Well, Asura got so freaking angry, he built up enough mantra to match them, even though they've been building up energy for thousands of years. Seriously, guys, you're pissing off the guy who literally gets more powerful the angrier he gets. What did you think was gonna happen?
Yet even in berserker mode, Asura never lost total control.
Berserker Asura adds even more extra arms, and they're big and glowy now. The man can launch so much angry mantra, he wiped out the god's whole space fleet in seconds.
Asura's anger raised to levels so high even he could.
Speaking of which, too, there's a character. That's where Asura came from? No, this Asura came from your Asura. You right. Naruto always comes first.
couldn't contain it, scorching him into his wrath form.
Even though it hurts Asura while he's in it, this form is still perfect for absolutely shit-stomping a snobby demigod's face in. It's okay though, his brother-in-law punched the edge out of him.
Yasha saw the error of the deity's senseless sacrifices and teamed up with Asura for a coup against Deus.
Awesome, they're bros again! Just in time for Asura to hit his former boss with so much mantra that he burst, then dive into the planet's core to obtain power equal to 1,000 arms.
1,000.
His mantra form, finally, a power capable of killing Vlitra in a big planet-busting blast.
Deus was defeated and Gaia was saved. Yet, Asura's wrath hadn't been quelled.
Title drop!
It turns out that spider that guided him was actually sWrath, the creator of mantra and the entire universe.
Ooh. And everyone's suffering was part of his plan to make Asura his heir. Chakra kidnapped Mithra, because of course he did, and tested Asura in the form of a massive golden Buddha statue. Check out the size of it! That thing can literally hold a galaxy in its palm. Naturally, Asura and the statue threw hands.
Enter the mantra reactor. Capable of holding 7 trillion souls, Asura instead used it as a vessel for a far greater power.
His own unfiltered rage. At last, Asura could show the world his real colors.
Everyone from the humans to the 7 deities to sWrath saw Asura's anger as a weapon, a sword for tyranny, when that was never who he was. His rage was really a shield to protect humanity, and most of all, his daughter.
A shield larger than a planet! Unbound by his past limits, Asura's ultimate destructor form effortlessly punched through asteroids larger than nebulas, dodged planet-sized lasers moving 2 quadrillion times faster than light, and obliterated whole stars!
sWrath was understandably impressed and offered Asura a chance to take his place. Asura smiled at the offer and extended his arm
right into Chakra's face, as if he was gonna let some god trample over more worlds. Instead, he literally beat the QTEs out of God, obliterating him and his plans in a cosmic explosion.
But with sWrath dead, so was the concept of mantra itself. Those who depended on it could not survive, including Asura.
Hey, as long as Mithra was fine, it was worth it. Besides, he'll reincarnate millions of years later, still kicking ass, ready to smack a random thug, a meteor, or Ryu. Right in the balls.
It's interesting. Despite the dangers of uncontrolled anger, Asura's wrath gave him the power to save everything. All because of just one thing.
Some bastard made his daughter cry, so they had to pay. Now that's a god I can get behind.
Alright, now here's where we gotta be smart, right? Those are a lot of impressive feats. And Kratos' don't sound as impressive, but on like off initial read. But let's not forget, like Kratos has defeated some powerful enemies too as well. He defeated the man that's holding up the universe with one hand. And he took that down. Asura did defeat the overall creator of their universe. That was so big that he could hold an entire universe. And like he was holding the world up, but she was holding the whole universe. He's defeated several more powerful opponents, but so is Asura. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to switch. It's just not as obvious. So I'm gonna go Asura. I feel it. I have a feeling in my head it's saying go Asura. I'm gonna start going with it. If we take the L, we take the L. I'm switching over to Asura. Let me know who you guys are rocking with. Let's get into this death battle. Yeah, they were screaming it too. Time to get active. had minions go get him?
It's true then. The god of war is on Gaia. But not for long. You do not want this fight. Run!
There you go. It looks like he's powered up by fire, but I don't think so. There you go. Rage mode. They split Olympus in half. You got a QT. Ooh. Baseball swing. Dragon Ball Z combo. Getting chained up. He has no subs, I'm pushing.
You let your wrath consume you. I have been down that road before. Shut up! Very well.
Already? Maybe I'm not picking Kratos, bro. Maybe I missed the. Man. As a dad, that's how we always gonna be. Fire was too hot. I messed up. I messed up. I messed up. Kratos about to catch these dudes. Is that Monter's meteor? He's really about to catch it. One punch?
Death has not earned me yet, Titan!
I knew to go with Kratos. I'm so sorry. It's not too late. I'm throwing back. I'm picking Kratos.
You deserve a worthy end!
Kratos not active. Like Iron Man in Endgame. It's right through the sky. Can't he always come back though, as long as his body's still intact? Ain't that what it is though?
You are a monster no longer.
The Olympus sword did it.
I never was.
I knew. Y'all gotta give me my dub, bro. I switched mid-fight. Give me my dub. I knew Kratos had it. That boy Kratos is too strong. So. You got a long explanation.
KO!
Give me my dub. I don't care. I switched halfway through the fight. Give it to me.
Well, I guess Asura's wrath really is gone. But are we sure this is how it'd go? Even though Asura can blow up stars?
Asura had some amazing displays of apocalyptic destruction.
It seemed like
the
it, but
full scope of their
there.
speed, experience, versatility, and power sheds a
definitely
surprising
probably
light.
goes to
At first glance, speed seems like a shoo-in for Asura. Kratos is quick, but he never dodged a universe-crossing laser.
That doesn't mean he couldn't. Remember, as usual, we look at these characters at their peak, free from gameplay restrictions.
Yeah, we're looking at everything in canon, and Kratos fought and killed Helios, the sun god.
From the moment he's introduced, Helios is emphasized to be immensely powerful. Without Helios, darkness would shroud everything. His light was fast enough to illuminate the entire underworld while Kratos sailed through it, taking a few hours at most.
So, kinda hard to quantify, but that's consistent with the shockwaves the primordials caused that spawned the universe.
Arguments could be made for which is faster, the primordial shockwaves or Chakravartin's intergalactic lasers. Since it's so close, it's safest to assume their speeds are generally even.
But what does speed matter if you don't know how to use it? Let's cover experience. Asura lived across centuries, obviously a lot longer than Kratos.
And while Kratos eventually learned to control his rage, Asura pretty much always had that control.
So Asura easily takes experience.
I thought they were gonna
But when
give
it
it
comes to
Kratos.
versatility, he
balance.
couldn't match all the weapons and abilities Kratos had.
Sure, Asura's quite skilled and a monster at martial arts, but his fighting style mostly relies on one thing.
A whole lot of punching.
Kratos' weapons, magic, runes, relics, and even his rage gave him far more options in combat, slowing down time, healing injuries, and most importantly, multiple weapons that could drain a variety of energies, like mantra.
Yeah, when Asura loses all his mantra energy, that's it for him. So the Dropnir spears and the Blade of Olympus gave Kratos exactly what he needed. Versatility, and multiple ways to finish this for good before Asura just comes crawling back out of the underworld.
If he could, Asura's resurrections take years or whole centuries, days at best.
But all this assumes Kratos could match Asura's crazy strength. All roads lead to power, which should go to Asura, right? Look at what he can do! If this came down to who made the bigger kaboom, he'd kick Kratos' ass in 2 seconds.
But a closer examination of their feats reveals the truth.
At his peak, Asura overpowered Chakravartin, annihilating that cosmic golden god.
By measuring the dimensions of Chakravartin's body and scaling it up to match the size of this galaxy-eclipsing statue, we can determine its volume. Add in the density of gold, for good measure assuming the form is solid throughout, and its mass far exceeds not just our galaxy, but our
E to the
entire
70?
observable universe.
Destroying that big golden god would need energy on par with obliterating our universe 91,000 times.
Extremely impressive and unfathomable. However, the same idea applies to Ragnarok shaking the roots of Yggdrasil.
Ragnarok is obviously a bit of a different beast than Kratos, but what really matters is what Freyr did.
Right, Freyr, a god comparable to Kratos, held back Ragnarok's power for a significant time.
So Kratos should be capable of the same level of power, or even more.
Using an official map and knowing the world tree's branches encompass all of existence, we can measure its size and volume.
And we know this map is accurate because it shows these two realms conjoined, which we see in game.
Even if we assume the Tree of the Realms is only 1% solid, a significant lowball that Kratos should easily scale above, shaking such an incomprehensibly large structure would require enough force to destroy our universe's mass energy 9 million times over.
That's almost 100 times greater than
We gotta get
Chakravartin's
destroyed 9
destruction.
million times,
And this isn't some one-off outlier. I mean, a realm-shattering supergiant doesn't sound too different from the other Titans and Olympians Kratos defeated.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's easy to think that we never see Kratos do anything that matches Asura, but we do. Helios' speed
We just
matches
don't think about it 'cause
Chakravartin,
they
and
seem
Kratos
pretty normal.
outsped him. Atlas is strong enough to lift all of reality, and
all
Kratos
of reality. I thought
overpowered
it was
him.
the world.
Kronos defeated the creator of the universe in a one-on-one fight, same as Asura, and Kratos killed Kronos. Add in the clear numerical comparison of Chakravartin, Ragnarok, and Yggdrasil, and Kratos takes the edge in power.
But hey, Capcom, if you give us Asura's Wrath too, we'll try this again.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Okay.
Asura's The Sun Rises. The god of wrath was Kratos.
The winner is Kratos.
But what if?
Alternate ending? Hold on. Not with QTEs though. Yeah, Kratos just eating them though. You had to take that many hits. I guess they show how it would happen if he did lose. I have no idea.
And that concludes my pitch for Asura's Wrath 2. The end. Next time.
Oh, oops, I clicked the next video.
New churches.
They ain't paying me. But hey, yo, I think that was a pretty dope fight though, for real. I do think that when you actually put it into context, I mean, they just seem like such normal people compared to what we're seeing, because everybody looks like they're just these overly powered beings. I mean, even Asura himself looks overly powered. Kratos looks like a human. A very, very strong and buff human. Boy, just like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you know, like that boy just looks like a buff human, and that's what most of the gods on, you know, God of War look like. They have human characteristics, so it's hard to imagine them, except for the Rock Kronos thingy, that just looks like the Thing but bigger. But it's hard to imagine them being stronger than the people that Asura is facing, and that's where they try to trick you at, bro. That's why y'all got to think through those, and I fell for the trap slightly. I should have never rolled away from my boy Kratos, man. But let me know down below if you guys got it right, dubs or L's, in the comment section, man. And again, let me know if you guys want me to do a walkthrough on that God of War whenever it drops. Right now, I'm keeping my eyes on to see when it goes out, but it looks like it could be a pretty fire game. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. It's me, your boy Sean Smooth, aka Black Okage, Black Time King Leo. I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. I'm going for the day. Peace.